The following podcast is not real. Fantastical alternate dimensions do not exist, except in stories like His Dark Materials, where they're so crushed underneath the anti-religion agenda that even things like magical morphing soul ferrets feel like homework. Season 2, HBO, really? Did Lin-Manuel promise you a first look at his biomusical about Hoover? But I should save my Philip Pullman Tight 5 for the circuit. Let's get this started. And remember, where other podcasts might spend 10 to 55 of your precious minutes while the hosts catch up and riff and make indulgent small talk, we get in and get going in a matter of seconds every time. And that's why you have hosts who no longer enjoy each other's company. Sit back, use that copy of the Amber Spyglass to prop up a wobbly table. It'll be a lot more useful than it is as a series conclusion, and enjoy the show.
Hello from the Maggie Tabby! I'm Chunt the Badge, and I'm joined here, as always, with my great and powerful wizard friend, Usidore the Blue.
I am Usidore, wizard of the 12th realm of Ephesius, master of light and shadow, manipulator of magical delights, devourer of chaos, champion of the great halls of Trachis. The elves know me as Fiangyalk, the dwarves know me as Zorin and Hookstenges, and I am known in the northeast as Gaswanius Maystar. What did you yell at me?
Devourer!
Shut up. Hello, Chunt.
How are you doing, buddy?
I haven't been doing it every week.
Good. Why is he over there? Why isn't he over here with us?
He said this is my night. I don't know if you remember this, but it is the 6th annual Chunt for Red October, our famous blood drive for vampires. So Arnie said I could host the show. He gave me a little hat that says host.
Wonderful.
And he also gave me menus. I don't know what that's about, but I'm very excited. And it's a little weird this year because we are in Castle Skullmaster, which is atypical.
Yes, but it's already spooky and scary. Chunt for Red October, often, I don't know if you've noticed this, there's sort of a spooky theme to it.
Something about this time of year makes you want to like fuck a pumpkin and like dress up like I'm not myself, dress up like something sexy, right? I feel like every time this year I dress up as something sexy.
Oh, yes.
I've shaved the fur around my tits and like my tail gets a little plumper. I don't know what it is.
What happened to these pumpkins?
Nothing, buddy.
Get over here! Shut up!
Just carving them. Are you dressed up anything special today? Let me take a look at you. Stand up, buddy.
Oh,
Give a
here
spin.
you go.
Give a twirl. Give us a twirl.
Look. I'm a sexy joiner.
Ooh.
You know, joiners who put together furniture? Yeah, sexy joiner.
Yeah, I knew a joiner who put together furniture. What was her name? Jackie Cursor, I believe. She was Jackie the Town Cursor because every time she would make furniture, she'd inevitably drop something on her foot and be like, fucking shit, right?
Oh.
So she was called Jackie Cursor, but she was a joiner.
So she used foul language. She wasn't putting a hex on anyone.
Not that I know of, no.
Because if she was hexing townsfolks, most assuredly Usidore would ride to their aid and assist them until they were all free from this evil spell.
That's why I love you, buddy. Hey, I wanted to ask you, you know, you always talk about halls. Did the halls that you went to, did they have, what's that called? Arnie always says that he knows about halls with mental liptus.
Mental liptus?
I think it's like a mental test.
Oh.
Mental litmus test?
Oh, terrifying. No, at the Great Halls of Trachis, we studied tomes and grimoires and learned all manner of magic spell.
Yes.
This mental litmus test, I'm unfamiliar with it, but the act of going through grimoires and tomes, it gives you this gentle, soothing action that sort of relaxes you and helps you to breathe better.
Yeah,
it helps you
nice.
focus and really do your best to help defeat evil.
Also, real quick, because I always forget, what's the difference between a tome and a grimoire?
A tome is a little bit smaller than a grimoire.
Good to know.
They're both just big-ass books.
Yeah, that's what we should call them.
Just huge-ass books.
Babs.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was just wrapping this painting of me up. I know sometimes hunt for...
Is that euphemism for masturbating?
I mean...
You don't know? You don't know if you were just masturbating or not.
Can I just say, your eyes looked in more directions than I thought were possible. You looked up, down, left, right, northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast, rolled them around.
I want one straight answer. Were you just masturbating or not?
Was I just masturbating? No.
Loophole. All right, lawyer. Arnie, I don't know if you know this, it's Chunt for Red October, the 6th annual Chunt for Red October.
Yeah, that's why I wrapped that painting up in a cloth so that it wouldn't get blood on it. But this is your show. And also, I masturbated. But, you know, I'm just here to support your charity work.
And I'm here to support you masturbating. It's
here's the thing. Stop.
It's to be celebrated. We all do it.
Okay.
Just not to a painting of ourselves.
Look, I'm not a hero. I just like to masturbate in private, and I don't like to telegraph it too much.
Well, I've done my part. I've squeezed all the rats I could find.
Oh.
So here's a huge jar full of rat blood for the vampires to eat when they're desperate for blood.
Oh, thank you so much. This will go a long way to helping. Thank you. Arnie, I don't know, did you dress up at all?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Stand up and give us a twirl.
I did not dress. It's so hard. I got this sword in my chest. It's so hard to, like, change clothes, put on a costume when I have a sword through me, so... I thought I'd just come up with like a scary name for myself. So instead of Arnie Niekamp, I'll be Arnie Niekamp.
Oh, fun. That's fun.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, of course.
What exactly is scary about that?
Eee.
Oh, I thought you were saying knee. I thought you were putting the emphasis on knee, like in the middle of your leg.
It works better in the first. In Arnie. Maybe I should do Arnie.
I hope we get some people donating because I did make a sort of bespoke handwritten sign that I put on the front of Castle Skullmaster that just says Chunt for Red October this way and several arrows leading into the Great Hall here. So I hope people show up. And I actually saw 2 people out in the garden, or 2, I don't want to say people, 2 guests out in the garden. And
Entities?
Entities is a good word. 2 entities out in the garden.
You're being very cagey about what you saw in the garden.
You won't even tell us if he just jerked off or not. You don't get to talk about this.
I did tell you. You have to deny it for about 2 sentences.
Shut up, Arnie. Shut up. Chunt, you're in charge tonight. You're the host. Don't listen to him. You run your show.
If I was being cagey, I'd start doing everything for more money. I'd up my asking price and I'd lower my quality of output. If I was being cagey, asshole.
We couldn't do that more.
You know, I didn't want to startle or I didn't want to, you know, kind of impress too hard on the entities outside. So I left a little bit of a breadcrumb trail inside, so hopefully they follow that. But I'm not sure. It's working. It's working. It's working.
Look at these 2 entities.
Another one. Yum.
They don't end.
Wait, there's one left.
Okay. This one.
Let's split it.
But it has to be an even split right in the middle.
Lady and the Tramp style.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Yum.
Oh, sorry we're late.
Sorry.
We were masturbating.
Thank you for being honest.
No
Yes.
problem. No problem.
Where we come from, it's the same as letting someone know you have to use the bathroom, or you know you're feeling tired, or you watched a movie. Just keep everyone updated on where you are.
You don't have to apologize for masturbating. It's like laughing or crying. No more shame. No more shame.
No more shame.
Oh, well, I'm very honored to meet you. I am the great wizard, Usidore the Blue, and I have never met 2 such creatures as yourselves. Also, I noticed that you watch movies. Are you from Earth, like this Earthman here?
I'm from another world. Where are you from?
We are also from another world. So I mentioned movies right away, didn't I?
Yes, what a wonderful gift that is, to learn a little more about you and your culture.
Well, here on Foon, we've started to call movies any sort of story that's in motion. So if you're not reading it, it's a movie. So you might see a play on stage and the actors are moving, that's a movie. You might see someone pantomime or gesticulate to tell a story, that's a movie.
Is this a movie?
Your lips to God's ears.
He's just making a jerk-off motion.
Look at him move. Oh, what a wonderful movie.
Wow, I'll take 2 tickets to that one more time.
Get some popcorn for my jerk-off motion.
Oh, wow, it's like the train's coming right at me. And also, I do want to say, just to address it so you don't feel shame, because like you said, no more shame, there's no need to apologize for being late because, to be honest, no one's really invited. This is just whoever wants to come in. So there's no expectation set, and we're just happy to have 2 entities like yourself here with us.
Open castle.
Well, thank you for having us. From a distance, we heard it was the hunt for bread October, and I mean, it's already paid off. We've had so much bread immediately.
Oh, why didn't I think of that marketing scheme?
Yes, I suggested to Chunt that he not put pieces of bread out, but small peanut butter candies, and he just vetoed me on that. I thought it would be a much better way to draw people in, but what do I know?
Well, I think the fight came from you kept calling them little pieces, and I said, you mean little pieces? And you said,
Yeah,
no,
little
pieces.
pieces.
No, it's pronounced pieces. And
Look,
you kept
I know how to
saying,
say the fucking word.
Oh.
It's pieces.
Guys, we have
Little
two
peanut pieces.
We have two entities here. Let's be cool. We want their blood, so let's calm down.
You're right, I'm sorry.
My name is Chunt. As you can see, I'm a badger, sexy badger. This is Arnie, and you've already met Usidore. Who are you two?
As you asked, we are entities, and we are from another planet. Not Earth
Yes.
like this gentleman here, but a different world, you could say.
We have seen Earth. Please excuse me. I need to introduce myself. My name is McCartney, and this...
Obviously, Ringo.
Wow, what a duo.
What can I say? We're iconic.
That's the most amazing duo I've ever... It just has a ring to it. McCartney and Ringo. Wow, what a flow. So fluid.
And please excuse us. We are not wearing any clothes.
Yes, where we come from, we do not wear coverings, and we have seen Arnie's world, Earth. We were looking for somewhere to live and get comfortable, but unfortunately Arnie's world, Earth, had a little too much of the wet stuff, so we had to move on to a different world that doesn't have as much.
So much wet stuff. It's 2/3 wet stuff.
Well, I'm not certain, but I think you may be referring to what we would call water.
Yeah! Where is it?
no.
Is there any nearby?
Be careful, careful. Look around. Scan.
There's no water
Scanning.
except for every night before bed, I drink half a glass of water, and then I precariously prop up about 30 to 40 glasses of water throughout the castle.
Oh, God, not this
no.
again.
What a nightly tradition. No.
Look, we are trying to do our best in doing a little more research before we land on a world. We thought we had Earth. We thought it was perfect, and it turned out the blue stuff was the wet stuff, and we had to move on to another world.
What did you think the blue stuff was?
The top of a nursery.
That's really fun. If you're going to have a nursery, why not paint the top of it blue? It's a bright, beautiful, welcoming color.
Yes.
Helps children feel calm and relaxed. I think that's a lovely idea. A really lovely idea, McCartney.
And then, thank you. And then I got a little guff from Ringo here. He said, "There's no way it's the top of a nursery." What did you think it was, Ringo?
In the back of my mind, I was like, this is the wet stuff. But you were so certain that it was the top of a nursery that I was like, well, let's check it out. It might be the top of a nursery. I spent a lot of time thinking that it was somebody's beautiful eye. And it was not that either.
So now you know Ringo's type.
Well, I have also traveled to Earth once upon a time, and I thought it was a continent-to-continent shag carpeting.
Oh, could you imagine that kind of F-pad?
Oh,
Retro, this planet. So retro.
Arnie, is that a common mistake that people make? That they think the wet stuff is a nursery?
I don't know. I guess I could be polite.
One straight answer. Just one straight answer without
Okay, I
hesitation.
masturbated twice.
Okay, there we go.
Thank you for being honest.
No shame.
No shame.
If I'm going purely off name and appearance and how you two are kind of carrying yourselves, I have to assume just based on Ringo, like clearly you're the mastermind, you're the leader of this group, this duo, if I may.
I'd like to think so.
Yes, 100%.
Thank you, McCartney. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I get whatever I want. If we see a big, whatever, sandwich, you know, McCartney will say, take the first bite of the sandwich, Ringo, and I'll say, thank you very much.
I know. And I'll sit 3 to 4 feet behind him on a stool, a little leather stool, and I'll watch him eat the sandwich. And I'll just keep the beat.
He'll tap a pace for me to chew.
That's actually something I wanted to ask in terms of you said keeping the beat. I have to ask between the two of you, who's the better percussionist?
Once again.
It's me.
You get that question a lot?
It's one of the first questions.
Every junket we go to,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
the first thing out of the mouth. Who keeps the beat?
So, McCartney, you're not even the best percussionist in this duo.
No,
Oh, that sucks. That sucks to hear.
it's terrible. Because sometimes Ringo will be like, "You're off. You're off. I bit my tongue."
If I could keep my own beat so I could eat my own sandwich, I would. But I have McCartney do it. And, you know, we're like brothers. We've been through so much together, from world to world. And we're hoping this one is the one where we can finally settle down and let everybody hear our wonderful food-pacing music.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, speaking of keeping the beat, Arnie, you're fairly new to Foon as an Earthling. Do you want to give them sort of a crash course in terms of what to expect or sort of the lay of the land?
Well, you know, you seem like you come from space, so you probably are very, like, technology-based. This place is very, like, magic-y. I don't know if you have, like, an equivalent of that on your world. There's, like, Usidore here is a wizard. He can shoot magic out of his hands.
Seems a bit diminutive, but all right.
That kind of covers it.
We have some magic on our planet, but we try to avoid those people. They're always at parties,
What?
and they come over, and they're like, gather round.
Are they trying to impress girls or?
That reminds me. Pick a
Yes.
card, any card.
Oh,
No.
Jesus.
Don't do it.
Usidore,
Don't do it.
no.
Pick a card. Just pick a card.
I do fall for it, though. I do. Okay. All right.
Your card is the Jack of Stars.
Oh my God! Is a star a thing?
I've done it again.
That's a weird deck.
I just saw him throw the deck on the ground. It's all jacks of stars.
Damn. Oh, no, I got it. No. That was a different deck. Don't worry
That's a
about that.
trick deck, Usidore.
Now, is a star a thing coming from, you said you travel in space. Now, being on Foon, if I look up in the night sky, I see a bounty of stars. When you're in space, can you not see stars?
Well, to us,
Just one straight answer, Arnie. That's all I want.
Okay, I masturbated 3 times.
Okay. But here, let me set these cups up on this table. Here, watch this ball.
oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm watching.
Okay. Where's
I
the
love
ball?
this.
Where's the ball, McCartney?
It's the one on the right.
Wrong.
Damn! There's 3 balls on the left. That was actually cool. You made more balls.
That's right. There's a never-ending supply of balls. Here, look. It's just streaming balls.
Cool. This is cool.
All right, 4 times. 4 times I was streaming balls.
Arnie, that's impressive.
That is impressive. I need that man who we visited Earth and we saw magic's biggest secrets revealed. That guy. We saw him getting pummeled behind the magic castle.
Wait, we're in a magic castle? Arnie, is it Earth has a magic castle?
Well, this happens all the time when you meet someone and they're like, "Oh, you're from Earth? You're from Earth, so you must know that magic's greatest secrets guy." And I'm like, "No, we're both from Earth. I don't know him."
Well, just in case we need to keep an eye out for him and beat him up, what does he look like?
We don't know.
He was still in his mask, just getting killed.
So he has a mask, so we know that. What does the mask look like? Is it,
It's almost like fencing, the mask, in a way.
okay.
It's kind of like that. But he was getting his ass handed to him out by the dumpsters.
Are you sure he was, or was that part of a illusion or trick?
He revealed nothing except a broken ankle.
Yeah, I think his last reveal was trying to pull an insurance card out of his pocket, and they didn't buy it at all.
The ambulance drove off and said, "We don't cover that."
That is why you never cross a wizard or a magician. We stick together. Even though I was born in this world to be a magician, I will still stand by every mage, every sorceress, every witch, and defend them till the end unless they cross the line and start doing evil.
I don't want to be antagonistic, but Usidore, I think it's either speak loud or speak close to my face, but both is very intense for me and hard to handle.
Then I shall get very close to you.
I was
and
hoping
I
to be
shall
the other.
speak like this. I shall not get too loud, but I shall be so close to your face that it shall make you uncomfortable for the rest of the time we are here together.
Mission accomplished.
Be careful, Ringo's ears are insured for $100 million. He's just got the ears of a genius.
We went down to Earth, saw the wet stuff, got a quick insurance, and popped into space. But it did say in perpetuity throughout the universe in the contract, so...
Wow.
Wow. Can I ask Ringo and McCartney, and sorry if I put Ringo first, but it just seems natural to put Ringo then
No,
McCartney.
please. You don't even have to say my name.
Ringo and friends,
Yes.
Can you describe for us and tell us a little bit about what planet or home base you come from?
Yeah.
Clearly you travel through space, but space is surely not your home, is it?
We call that the Shandling question. What planet are you from? For us, it's been hard to find a home base because our families settled on a planet that they thought had none of the wet stuff. And then, as everybody went extinct quickly, it turned out that we were drinking and swimming in the wet stuff. And so we've been traveling from planet to planet looking for a home. Almost would you call it, McCartney, kind of a quantum leap?
It's exactly like that. We keep finding wet stuff. And you would think, well, according to the people on Earth, they're going out to the planets and looking for the wet stuff and they can't find it. We always happen to find the wet stuff.
We need to trade scientists with Earth, I think.
I
Yes.
noticed you said that you were drinking, and then you noticed what you were drinking and swimming in was the wet stuff.
Yes.
So you're drinking something. Well, what is this I'm drinking exactly? Oh shit! It's the wet stuff.
Yes.
The wet stuff will get you. It's so enticing. And jumping into the wet stuff. And riding down a slide on the wet stuff. It'll get you.
So the reason you avoid the wet stuff is because it's so fun?
The wet stuff is our drugs.
Oh, so you get in the wet stuff, you imbibe the wet stuff, and then you're all just kind of like crazy, hopped up, fucked up, right?
Sort of wet and wild?
You can't get off the wet stuff. Your body's taking to the wet stuff. Almost as if you need the wet stuff to survive.
It's a dark, dark tale. A lot, my cousins, my brothers, all of them have fallen from an addiction to the wet stuff.
Interesting you started with cousins and then segued into brothers. Kind of lets your family know where they stand, huh? Unless you do things different where you're from.
Yes. One of my friends I haven't seen in over 20 years I lost to the wet stuff. And my father...
The cashier at my local supermarket, my son, my wife.
What's the name of your planet? Just so we can keep an eye out for any other visitors.
Oh, great question.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Not to put you on the spot, but if I may, you mentioned, and you can choose whether or not to, you mentioned earlier that you two do, was it food-based music? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's, to keep time so that you're biting in the proper time. Because for our race, we do not know how to time our own eating or our own behavior. We need a rhythm. We're very musical.
Yeah, well, a lot of people where we're from bite their tongues. Mm-hmm. They're always like, shit, fuck, and they have a moment to themselves and then they keep going. And you don't know whether to ask if they're okay or not. So we're trying to help our planet by keeping time.
So yeah, we don't want to get too into our whole discography, but if you're eating a big meal, well, obviously we might play "Hey Food" for you, or
yeah, if I could just hear one or like the hits, like that would be. And I know they're all hits for sure. I'm sure eating songs are all.
Why don't you hand us that hamburger bun over there?
Oh, sure, here you go.
And okay, so ready? Are you ready, Ringo? Okay.
We've played together so often, but I have no idea what's going on with the bun here.
I'll do it. Okay. Here comes the bun. Do-do-do-do. Here comes the bun. And I say, it's all right. A chew, a chew, a chew, a chew, a chew. And he's eating it.
Obviously, a lot of our race have died from a bun delivery that they weren't prepared for, knocking them in the head. So we had to write a song.
Well, and if you don't tell them to chew, then they might just try to swallow it whole, choke on it.
Yes.
Very smart.
Usidore, you are a genius.
And I'm so sorry, we're horrible hosts. Like, you don't want to have just a bun. Here's some lettuce. I don't know if you maybe want to sing something with the lettuce.
Do you have this one, Ringo? I'm working on it.
I'll take lettuce. We've got a few lettuce ones, so I'm just looking through the catalog.
Hold on. There's some sort of like hornet or wasp or something.
Yeah.
Some sort of stinging creature just flew onto the lettuce. Let me shoo that away.
Oh, thank you. You're being very helpful. And I'm still thinking of...
I don't think that was actually a wasp. I think on that lettuce there was a bee.
Okay,
yeah,
lettuce.
Oh!
Okay, here we go.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
If got old flat top, we come eating the lettuce. She got choo-choo eyeball. Whoa, you bit your tongue, Ringo. You bit your tongue. I think I did the wrong song. He bit his tongue.
Oh, that was the wrong one, dude. Oh, I got blisters on my fingers.
Chunt, perhaps we should take a break and try to recover here and then come back and find out more about McCartney and Ringo.
Oh, great segue to the break. You must be the host.
Oh, no, I'm just the sidekick. Chunt's the host. I try to help him whenever I can.
Well, Arnie's typically the host.
I'm
but,
usually the host.
We're going to take a quick break. Ringo, do you mind if since you bit your tongue already, do you mind if I gather some of your blood?
Yes, absolutely, yeah. Usually when people gather it, they have to ask me a bunch of questions. There's like a long questionnaire, and once they hear the answers, they don't want the blood, but if you want it, go ahead.
Well, let's take a break, and why don't you tell me about your sexual history? We'll be right back.
Ooh, hey there, good looking. It's Chunt letting you know you can check out all of our bonus material, including my personal favorite, Offices and Bosses, over at patreon.com/Magic Tavern. Bye-bye.
And we're back. And Ringo, I just want to thank you so much for giving me the full sort of details, as it were. It's so interesting that you said you like big sandwiches because you assume that a huge creature has been eating it, and you're attracted to any sort of abnormally large eyes or legs or teeth.
Yeah, huge creatures.
Yeah.
Fat-bottomed creatures.
Yeah.
His wall in his room is covered in asses.
Wall to wall, ass to ass. That's
So you've heard my catchphrase.
well, for me, ass to ass is a requiem for a dream. That's something I always whisper to myself when I fall asleep. I wanted to ask, and thank you again for the blood. This is the reason for the season, is to get as much blood as we can. I do need to maybe, test the blood on someone just to make sure it takes, to see if you're a universal donor.
Well, they're from space.
And space is in the universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're covered
yeah.
under the blanket of universal donor.
Yeah, we can donate to anyone in the universe, I think.
While the other one is maybe not paying as close attention as he was, clearly I would label you the cute one. Does the other one have a label? Do you call him something, or do other people call him like the blank one?
McCartney? I guess it's the other one is a popular one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of people say Linda's husband.
Oh, so McCartney is married.
Usidore?
Yeah.
Usidore, I can't. Where did that dove go?
Well, I'm afraid I can't reveal my secrets. Otherwise, I'd have to take you out back behind a dumpster and beat you to death.
Be careful. That man was getting pummeled behind the magic castle.
Usidore, you love pummels.
Oh, yes.
Pummel figurines.
Pummel horses. Yeah, you know all the pummels I love.
Well, you love to pummel horses, right?
Well, I like to pummel evil horses. I have some very good horse friends. Grimhoof, the 5th fastest horse in Foon. He's a great friend of mine.
Guys, you have to see this wizard kick the shit out of a horse. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, you watch from the window. I'm going to walk out to the stable. I'm going to find a horse who's been up to some shit, and I'm going to fuck up that horse. I'll be right back. I'm going to go mess up this horse.
I wish Linda was here to see this.
Yeah, other one, do you mind telling us a little bit about your wife, it sounds like, Linda?
Absolutely. Well, we met in high school and in college. We went to the same college. She cheated on me 2 years in. I stayed. We finished out college. We moved in together. She cheated on me a couple months in.
When they moved in together, all of us were like, dude, slow down. It's not working. He was like, no, it's a little cheaper, and it's not a sign of anything.
It's so smart to live together.
Wait, McCartney, you left us on a cliffhanger. You said she cheated a few more times, and you said and we didn't get to hear what happened.
Yeah, well, and then I tried to cheat on her, was turned down.
Oh, you hate to hear that.
But we're still together, and we've worked it out.
That was a tough one, because you were out with all our boys, and we were
Yes.
trying to find the perfect person or place or thing for you to cheat on Linda
Yes, any noun.
Obviously, we landed on a very slutty toaster.
Brave.
You got the big turn down from the toaster.
Yeah, it was one of those toasters that hold 4 slices of bread that are like huge. And they can't save you that much time.
Arnie, what's a toaster? You seem to be giving a nod of agreement.
Well, a toaster is something that you put bread in and it warms it up and then it pops.
Oh, is that a euphemism? Is that like what I do with the pumpkin?
right.
What? That's
All right.
what you did with the pumpkins?
Who's had more than their fair share of apples out here?
Oh, so his definition of evil is very loose.
He baits them. It's entrapment.
Fair share. Not even too many apples.
He puts so many candles on top of buckets behind a horse's hindquarters and then puts a bale of hay behind the candle and just waits. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
I got this one in a headlock.
Jesus.
Wow, that is a headlock.
He's got that one tied down in his... Oh, jeez.
Oh, he's sowing oats into the horse. Jesus.
I think I see a producer out there and their shirt says kink.com.
No, that's a you. That's a you.
Conk.com.
A conk is when you let your wife fuck someone else in front of you, right? While you sit on a stool and watch?
It's when you let him have sex with a guy in a mohawk in front of you.
Is Linda... Sorry, we lost the story at the end there. Is Linda back on the Beatles?
She is back on the Beatles. I haven't heard from her today, which worries me.
My man, she is cheating on you today.
No. There's no way.
If you two ever call it quits, goddesses forbid, would you say that it was Linda's fault? Would you blame Linda?
No, circumstances. It's obviously my fault. I'm not giving her everything she needs.
Mm-hmm. I think if anybody's at fault for us breaking up, it's Courtney Love. I think we all see it coming.
Details. Now, you mentioned when I was taking your sexual history, you mentioned Courtney Love. Now, who is that? That's someone from the Beatles?
No, Courtney is, we met on Earth, and I don't know if, again, Arnie, I don't want to assume if you know her or know of her, because obviously...
I don't. I have I don't know her personally, but...
You were hosting an after show, right? And she threw a high heel at you?
We were on Earth for a little bit. We ended up getting kind of in with the VH1 MTV crowd, which are two networks there, and networks. I don't know if you've had to describe this before, Arnie, because it was all news to me.
VH1.
You're much better at describing Earth stuff than I am. And how long did you spend on Earth?
Let's see. That was Nixon. I shouldn't have started with a thing that I don't know a lot about.
No, Nixon. Ray. No.
Somebody
No, wait.
else.
Actually, I know this one. It's Nixon, Jessica Parker. I shouldn't have started with a thing I don't know much about.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I was trying to think of another one.
Well, I'm back, and I fucked up that horse pretty good.
Yeah, we saw that. It looked like you even found the one that didn't even have more than its fair share of apples.
He knows what he did.
Can you put a spigot in that horse and get some of its blood, just so we're making use of it somehow?
Oh, yeah, I can put a spigot in that horse. That's no problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go put a spigot in this horse.
And that's where the term comes from. You guys have probably heard that term before?
Put a spigot in a horse?
Yeah.
That's
as
not...
useful as a spigot in a horse. Well, it's something here on Foon, and I don't know if we mentioned that this land that you're in right now is called Foon. So welcome to Foon. I assume we're the first 3 creatures you've met, but welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Well,
you.
there was...
Thank you.
When we arrived, there was the customs that we went through. So we talked to a few people
They
there.
took Ringo's bag so fast.
What was in your bag?
Ham. A bunch of ham.
Oh, wow. Yeah, ham is pretty sought after here in Foon. It's a delicacy, if I may, because we
that
don't have a
so?
ton of pigs. Yeah,
Well, I bought all this. You don't have pigs around here?
we do. We just don't have a ton of them.
Do you breed animals?
We have a shit ton of truffles. No pigs.
Oh, man. How do you find the truffle?
I just get down on the ground and look around. Here's a bucket of horse blood.
Oh, don't get that on us.
I saw you smelling a bunch of like rocks out there, and you were just smelling rocks, and you're like, no.
Well, I love rocks, and I just like, I'm sniffing them, seeing if they have any magical powers, and I'm always hoping one's a truffle.
Yes.
If even 1 in 1,000 is a truffle, it's worth it, that process.
Yeah, I think so. I only spend like 2 hours a day looking for truffles.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't want to, break your hearts here, but I'm always a little disappointed if I have too much truffles on something. It's like, oh, God, I don't know about this.
Are you joking?
Yeah, a little goes a long way.
Yes.
Surely you're joking, Ringo. Truffles are the most decadent, rich, wonderful food. I could eat just truffles.
Really?
Oh.
You find it too much?
Yes, far too much.
It's like eating just cilantro.
You mean soap?
I mean, I personally think it tastes disgusting.
Many mornings I wake up and the first thing I have is a bowl of cilantro and truffles.
Yuck.
You call it cilantro, right?
Cilantro.
Your morning cilantro?
You're always like, don't talk to me before I've had my cilantro.
It's a thing I've said for all of these years.
Mm-hmm. And Arnie, you always wake up sideways until you have 8 tomato juices, and then you're upright.
Mm-hmm. But it's because of this sword.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Could I press you two for one more song? Just one more little eating song? Just talking about truffles is making me so hungry, so I'm going to have a snack. I didn't know if you could maybe help me through eating
If you
truffle.
want to tell us what the snack is, we will for sure have a song for it.
Well, it's going to be a truffle, obviously a type of mushroom.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want you to be encumbered while you're singing your song, so I want to hold your ham.
Oh?
You said you had a big ham, so I want to hold your ham.
Well, be careful. When I hand you the ham, we have to sing a song just so it doesn't hurt you.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay. Bang, bang, ham, silver hammer, giving you a ham.
Oh, has a nice little ring to it. Oh, and so I have a truffle, and more specifically, it's a black truffle. Black truffle, and guys, it's getting a little dark out. It's kind of the dead of night right now, so I'm going to eat a black truffle in the dead of night.
Oh, you black truffle
okay.
in the dead of night. Okay.
Okay. All right, I got
McCartney?
this one.
How did I not see that coming?
Let's see. Blackbird. Blackbird. We're all friends in the truffle submarine. The truffle submarine. Bite the truffle submarine. Oh, we're all friends in the truffle submarine. Make the noise good. Perfect. Nice.
Okay.
Arnie, that's really helpful. I feel like we should start doing that. Anytime one of us eats, the other one should to sing to help them keep rhythm.
I barely chew. I just kind of like, right down.
Yeah, you're kind of a goose.
It slows things. It just slows the process. Have you guys tried just like not chewing your food?
Us?
Yeah.
Well, the thing with not chewing our food is we don't create any sort of mastication in our mouths. We don't have the wet stuff in our mouths. We have our wet stuff glands removed, otherwise we get addicted to it. And so if we don't chew, it just goes down hot and hard.
And do you use all of your mouths to eat, or it looks like you have 3 or 4 mouths up there.
Each mouth has a different purpose.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, McCartney.
This mouth is for apologizing to Linda. But the rest of them eat and sing.
So everyone has just one mouth totally dedicated to apologizing to Linda, or is that just you specifically, other one?
That's just me.
Oh, okay.
But you, Ringo, you have apologized to Linda for me from your... What mouth did you end up doing that? You have one mouth that does a lot of different things.
That's the mouth for spit takes, usually. So if I've
Must
ever...
be nice. Must be
Wait,
nice.
hold on. So you really don't want the wet stuff, but you have one mouth that is solely for spit takes?
You got to get that wet stuff out.
Yeah.
This mouth is so famous on the Beatles. It's an old touring comedian.
What do you mean? Oh, you have another mouth that is a touring comedian, you're saying?
No, yours that does
my spit take
takes.
mouth. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, we have to see it in action. We have to see one of the routines. Oh my goddesses, we would flip.
Some of the jokes did not age well. And you shouldn't do those. But you
Okay,
can do
fair
the
enough,
physical
fair enough.
stuff.
Yeah, we could do, let's see, a lot of nice people out here. This is the other mouth talking, as you can see, but in case people are listening.
Ooh, Arnie, this is what we call crowd work.
Oh.
Arnie, where are you from?
I'm from Earth. I'm from another world.
No, Arnie, say something funny. You try and be funnier than him.
Oh, try to be funnier than him?
Yeah, that's what crowd work is about.
That's what audiences are supposed to do.
Okay, yeah. Dildo?
Nice.
Okay,
Do something with that. You multi-mouth fuck.
This is... Okay, I'm losing control here.
Go, Mouth, go. You got this.
Oh, it's fine. Okay, dildo. I'm gonna move on. Hey, I don't go to where you work and ruin your stand-up set at your job. Okay, nailed him.
Woo! Yes, Mouth.
All right. Who out here has ever seen a spaceship being driven by someone from the planet Saturn?
I have.
Okay, and we all know that they drive a little crazy.
I saw those two guys come in together. It's clearly a plan.
And we've never met before, right, sir?
I have no idea who you are. Thank you so much for the envelope filled with cash.
You're saying they drive a certain way?
Yeah, you know how everybody from the planet Saturn drives a certain way. This guy agreed with me, so it's obviously a true observation.
Woo! Let's everybody boo Saturn drivers.
Okay, I mean, if this guy wants to, you can.
Boo. Arnie, didn't you say on Earth Saturns were discontinued?
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I've been here so long. I think I've started to forget what little Earth stuff I knew.
Wow, you've been here so long you forgot which cars have been discontinued?
Yeah, like
Oldsmobiles.
Arnie, what are the Earth things you do remember?
Oh, let's see here. The first season of Fringe is just okay, but it gets better after that.
Oh, never mind.
You said the first season of it is just okay because they had a monkey, right? You said Ross had a monkey in Fringe and that they were on a break?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes.
I can't tell because I am familiar with a show from Earth called Fringe, and I'm familiar with a show called Friends, and I cannot tell which one you're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about Fringe. Phoebe, Ross, Chandler. Fringe.
Okay. I think I understand.
And they live in New York in an apartment together, but then there's the alternate New York where there's evil Ross, evil Phoebe, evil Chandler.
And evil Phoebe sings the song, Arnie, you said it was called Smelly Pussy?
Mm-hmm. I definitely said that.
Kim Cattrall, that's another one.
Sex and the City.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we were on Earth for a long time just avoiding the wet stuff now that I think about it.
Being sort of, we'll call you Earth experts since Arnie's sort of a hazed memory, would you say that Sex in the City happened around the same time as Nixon?
Well, we judge time a little differently due to our sleep schedule, but Sex in the City was probably about 4 Earth liters after Nixon.
4 Earth liters? So you measure time in liters?
Yes.
Have you ever thought about using your spacefaring technology to create a terrible cold-creating machine, and then you could live on Earth in the era of Nixon if you just created a big frost Nixon?
I mean, it was discussed, I think, to create a Frost Nixon, but it was very contentious at the end.
Because then it's not wet. If you freeze it, it's not wet.
Oh.
Well, that's our methadone.
Frozen wet stuff.
Ice.
Oh, even worse. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I even suggested it.
Yeah, I've been on ice for about 12 years, and it's hard to get off of. I'm always crunching ice.
Is Linda upset about your ice addiction?
Yes, she's so mad at me.
Has it led to any problems? Because it seems like this fairy tale romance, I'd hate to see it go spiraling downward.
Yeah, well, I mean, she said if I don't get help, she's going to leave me. So I went to a treatment program.
Oh, good. Good for you.
And while I was away, she accidentally FaceTimed me.
Well, that doesn't seem like a problem. She was just checking in with you. Unless she was doing something.
It was a devastating accidental FaceTime. It was framed perfectly.
And when you say it, you mean she was
having sex with my boss.
Which at the time,
hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see if he's also going to mention a family member, because as we know, with these entities, they always mention acquaintances first and then family members. So let's give him.
She was having sex with my boss from a few jobs ago, who we actually left on very bad terms, so we haven't talked in a long time. And also my father.
Wow.
And me and my father are like this. We are so close.
Well, because he passed away, right? Did you say he passed away?
His dad?
He
Yes.
did.
Yeah, from white. What I call it? White stuff? No, wet stuff addiction.
How are you two with the white stuff, though?
Arnie, pull the reins, buddy. We want you to be proud about your masturbation, but not that proud.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I didn't say anything about how I feel about the white stuff.
Well, to us, the white stuff is just as bad. So a lot of times, lovemaking in our planet can turn into murder very quickly. Our snuff films are pornography where the white stuff comes out. So we don't like that, and that's why we do so much masturbation and discussing it, is because we white stuff into a little container with a radioactive sign on it, and then we step on the bottom, and the lid comes up, and we toss it in with our syringes and our gauze and all that stuff.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
If you must know.
Arnie, you said on Earth the white stuff is a play about several astronauts?
Yes, astronauts. It's porn. It's also a porn.
Astronauts.
Astronauts. Yeah, the white.
stuff.
Yeah.
Because on Earth we learned that they make like pun porn titles off of real moving pictures. They took so many puns for that. Usually it's just a few good men, and then it's like a few big cocks or something. They could have just
Barely a pun.
Well, that one was especially tough because there was a couple guys with really small penises and then a few big cocks. So it was almost humiliating.
especially for McCartney and I, who were cast as not the big cocks.
Oh, you are in this film?
Yes.
Right when we walked into the audition room and dropped our drawers, they said, "You're perfect." They said, "And those are hard?" We were like, "Yes."
That's got to be tough to hear. Well, obla bing, obla bong, life goes on. As someone who despises puns,
I think it's obla bing, obla bong, eat that croissant.
Thank you. Oh, and I did it. Perfectly timed. I would think that A Few Good Men, if we were going to make that into sort of an erotic situation, would be a lot of good men, right? Because you want to keep the good men part. So
Yes.
they just did it. They said a few good cocks.
And they weren't necessarily big. They were just good. And ours were not necessarily small, but bad.
So I guess if it was called good cocks, then they would have a plethora of good cocks. But A Few Good Cocks, they need some juxtaposition.
Yeah, they wanted people to be like, those are the good ones. Those must be the good ones.
Obviously, you might remember our famous line, "You can handle our cocks."
Us assuring them that they wouldn't be bad or get anyone sick or...
Well, that explains why you're so comfortable walking around as you are.
Yes.
I was going to ask maybe if people from the Beatles don't wear pants, but it seems like maybe just you two don't wear pants.
No, we've been banished because of our policy on pants.
Gotcha.
That's kind of why we're looking for another planet.
That's why you can't get back to your own world. I see.
Yeah.
sucks.
We were kicked off the planet for indecency.
That's a very harsh judgment, very harsh sentencing to reject your very home. You must be so lonely, and it must be very hard on your relationship, McCartney.
It's tough. I mean, they're very strict on the Beatles. I mean, you can get hoisted out to the moon for simply jaywalking. So they're very, very... There needs to be some reform in the justice system for sure. But my wife is... I don't know if you can see. I put my phone on the table over there. She had accidentally FaceTimed me this morning, and it's just going on and on and on.
Still
I've
going.
muted it, but you can see.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I can see everything.
Yes.
This is tough because it's looks like the person who was in the middle seat next to you on a plane, and my son.
And your son. Yeah.
You guys have been on a plane before?
Oh yeah.
Is that what you fly in space, or what's your vehicle in space?
Well, we're flying around on an UFO. It's what they named it on Earth. It's a repurposed '87 Chevy that we roll around in, and we put some wings on that.
It's the iconic '87 Chevy.
Now this thing is all metal on the outside.
It's one of 70 million. So many of these.
I have to ask, can I drive your car? And I don't know if that'll elicit any sound. or
Oh,
anything.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Oh, baby.
Baby.
My baby, yeah.
That's so kind. And I have a new nickname, baby. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, baby, yeah. Be careful with that mint. She came in through the mint door window.
I have to assume, I'll chalk that up to being an Earth expression. Well, I want to thank you two so much for being on the show. It's so interesting to meet people from literally out of this world. I would ask if you could give Arnie a ride back to Earth, but I have to assume, I'm so sorry, Arnie, that Ringo and McCartney are a duo only, and I can't imagine there's room for anybody else in that group.
Well,
I'm desperate to get back to Earth.
We've definitely got our friend Best waiting outside right now, but we could boot him. I mean, we've kicked him out 6 or 7 times and just keep coming across him again.
Oh, he's from the Beatles?
Yes, Best.
Well, as you two kind of make your way out, feel free to grab anything from this mansion, this castle that you like. And while you do that, I'm going to pick up this stick here, and I'm just going to start swinging it around, just kind of swinging away.
Ooh, it's a movie.
Woo!
This guy is a swinging a stick. This guy is a swinging a stick.
Oh, shit. Oh, I hit one of the glasses of water. Sorry. Let me just...
Jesus.
I'll swing over here.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
No, get out of there. McCartney, get out of there.
Oh, I hit another one. I'm so sorry.
Baby.
I keep hitting these glasses of water on you. I'm so sorry.
Arnie, should we mention that Foon is like 7/8 water?
Yeah, it's a lot of wet stuff here.
Get out of there.
I love you, Linda. I love you, Linda.
Oh, no, he's putting on floaties. This is bad. You told me you got rid of the floaties.
Just let me have them. You're always trying to save me.
Oh, God, I can't get in a spaceship with these two. They're out of their minds on the wet stuff. Also, I am not confident they would get me to Earth.
If you guys wouldn't mind helping me later, just put out a list of all the ways that this has hurt you. McCartney's swimming around in this water. I think he needs to hear it. Or wet stuff.
Absolutely not. This is the most entertaining thing I've ever seen.
Also, they're annoying.
He's crying already. He's just trying to get more wet stuff out of his eyes. It's not real.
I'm done with it. I'm done with this stuff.
Chunt, this is our chance. Let's take their blood.
Happy Chunt for Red October, everyone.
Did they just die? Where's their spaceship? Will Arnie use it to get home? What if I told you we're going to hide the answers to all of these questions in the next Pod Save America? Usidore the Wizard was played by Matt Young. Chunt the Talking Badger was played by Adal Rifai. The aliens, yes, we have aliens on this world now. I'm putting a bookmark in that because I can only do so many stress watercolors a week. The aliens, McCartney and Ringo, were played by special guests Drew Tarver and Dan Lippert. They're both part of the improv group Big Grande. Follow Big Grande Tweets on Twitter for news about future Big Grande projects. And check out Dan's podcast, You're the Man Now Dog, on Patreon at patreon.com/You're the Man Now Dog. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adal Rifai. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. Earwolf producer Kimmie Lucas. This episode edited by Sniffen Dranger. Special assistance provided by Ryan DiGiorgi. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard Laban. Magic Tavern theme by Andy Poland. Not much else to say. I probably should wrap up instead of rambling endlessly with no clear direction. Just disconnected ideas, no through line. Kinda like, I don't know, the subtle knife. Dare I say, zing.
You gotta pee? You have to pee?
Why do you keep asking me that? I'm fine.
Well, we just
Do you have to pee?
No, I was just didn't know if you wanted to stop anywhere. You know?
If you want to pull over to pee, we can pee, but I am fine. I haven't had anything.
God, I can't believe food wasn't right for us either.
Where
are we gonna go now? Where are we gonna go now?
I mean, I don't know. We could go. This one looks interesting. Water World.
Ringo, that's the wet stuff.
I mean, I don't know. They could have different names for it everywhere. I don't know. That Water World could mean a million things.
I mean, now that I look at it, it does look a little bit like a nursery. The ceiling of a nursery. Yeah, baby. Pull over.
All right, baby, let's do this.
I'm sorry I got so crazy on Foon, but he spilled the wet stuff right on me. And I'll never do it again. I'll never do it again.
Yeah, I really believed you that time. You were all tears. We dried you out. We're back.
Should I call Linda?
You're not going to be happy. I'm really worried about what's going to be on the other end of that. You just got sober.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. She's probably just taking the night off, chilling. Hold on.
Don't answer that. Do not answer that FaceTime.
I'm getting a FaceTime. Getting a FaceTime from Linda. Let me answer. Here, you look. You look.
Oh, God, I feel like such a fucking pig.
Hulk Hogan! Hulk Hogan! No!
Yeah, brother, my son's girlfriend loves me. My daughter's music rules. And my best friend is Bubba the Love Sponge.
I'm hanging up.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit. There are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.